Artificial intelligence continues to be the topic raised by many executives looking for a competitive edge in their respective industries. And a big part of the AI topic includes the emergence of generative AI. But what is generative AI? Generative AI is defined as a capability to interpret dialogue, questions, and other prompts, and in turn generating text, images, or other data using generative models as a response to the prompts. The first point of that definition is the interpretation of the dialogue, which could be a conversation, a question, or some other type of prompt. That is one of the primary components of a generative AI solution. Large language models, or LLMs for short, specifically focus on the language in which the prompts are operating in the Gen AI solution. These models are trained on vast amounts of text data and learn the statistical properties of language. They excel at predicting what comes next in a given sequence of words or generating text based on a prompt. Understanding natural language can be very complex because it must proficiently operate across various domains of language. In the medical industry, it would be very complex to understand medical and clinical terms and definitions. In the business world, sales, operations, and customer service terminology would be required for a proficient LLM because of its ability to interpret questions and dialogue around that set of information. The approach until very recently was if you wanted to build a Gen AI solution, you would have to build your own large language model to be able to perform this natural language interpretation. The model would then have to be trained over time to improve its proficiency and become usable from a business perspective. So, in addition to building a generative AI solution, you also have to stand up a machine learning project to train your proprietary LLM. What's interesting is that due to the popularity of ChatGPT over the last 13 months, you begin to see commercial LLM products spring up in the marketplace. There's an understanding that there's a viability now to sell LLMs or access to LLMs that wasn't present before. The advantage for people developing generative AI solutions is that you may not have to build a proprietary LLM by yourself and incur all the costs and lost time that go along with it. LLMs now exist commercially for use cases in the shipping and logistics industry. For example, there are LLMs that understand the terminology behind the different modes of transportation, trip plan events, and milestones that occur in the shipment of cargo. So, if you think about particularly complex scenarios, you could have a multimodal shipment coming via ocean carrier, truck, and rail. You need LLMs that can understand the interpretation of terminology when a customer wants to understand why their shipment is late. Are they talking about the ultimate destination? Are they talking about the first or the second leg of a shipment? Are they talking about a partial quantity that was shipped? Is it a truckload? Is it less than a truckload? All of those details now have to be interpreted, and there are large language models now that can understand that terminology, comprehend what is being asked, and understand how to find an answer through the use of a tracking number, a bill of lading number, an invoice number, or other key pieces of information that is provided. Let Headstorm be a partner in identifying the opportunity, designing Gen AI solutions, and implementing these solutions to help your customers before your competitors do. Headstorm provides a number of services to help you, from defining use cases, creating roadmaps, to design Gen AI solutions, and making recommendations on buying or building LLMs. We can even help develop the proprietary technology for these solutions. Headstorm collaborates with our clients to define how the business intends to use Gen AI and sets the right course of action to turn it into reality.